of the NRC brand, gives his insight and thoughts on the world of comic books, gaming, tech, and media industries as the host of Neo Reality Collective. Experience a slew of regular episodes covering news and pop culture, along with reviews and editorial pieces showcasing the best and worst of our ever-expanding multimedia world.
Mary Jane is the all-new Venom. Can I even begin to describe in so many ways I hate that idea? Like, okay, here's the take I have with that idea. Having Mary Jane Watson in the current continuity of Marvel, that she is now the all-new Venom. They were teasing this for half a year, building up the idea of who the new Venom is after the events of Venom War, and Eddie Brock is now Carnage. Yeah, that's a whole thing some people don't like. And then we got this new Venom running around, and it's not Dylan Brock because of the events, like I mentioned, the Venom War that happened. And it's a big mystery about who's the new Venom. Is it Luke Cage? Is it Madam Hydra? Well, she goes by a different name, but like that was one of her titles at one point. Is it that I'm trying to remember, Rick Jones, I think. I could be wrong on the guy's name. And there was this fourth person that was considered an option. I forgot. But yeah, there was this whole thing going around about who the new Venom was, and it was written by Al Ewing, and I was like, man, Al Ewing is such a great writer. He's been doing a ton of a good job on the Venom book ever since he took over after the events of Donny Cates' epic Venom saga of the King in Black. And I was interested because Venom is usually, while Venom will always be intrinsically linked to the Spider-Man side of the universe of Marvel, and subsequently will always have a role to play in it, Venom has kind of built his own mythology around himself with the whole idea of the King in Black, the multiple symbiotes. But yeah, it's just like, I know Spider-Man in Earth 616 comics is not in the best place. Like, he had a horrible run with Zeb Wells, though I personally blame Nick Lowe for that. Especially after the hope we had with Nick Spencer's run that has basically been negated. Might as well have not happened at all, so we wasted all our time with that. And then there was this whole thing with Paul, the character who I don't care about, and Paul being, well, Paul, and Mary Jane being a superhero, which, okay, fine, I'm okay with that. Mary Jane becoming a superhero named Jackpot, fine. If you want to do that route, go ahead. Like, evolving the character and all that stuff, I get that. But, like, the moment this run was starting with the all-new Venom and this being a big mystery, I didn't really care who the all-new Venom was. I thought it's probably going to be it could be one of these four. It could be a surprise twist. And then as they announced that they would reveal who the all-new Venom is in issue 6, in issue 5, I believe. Yeah, issue 5. I had to check out the comics just to get some context before this podcast. And then before it was a reveal, before the book came out, the spoiler got leaked by publications in a variant cover Marvel had that revealed that Mary Jane Watson was the all-new Venom. Excuse me, I need to go cry now. Okay, I'm back. So, yeah, Mary Jane Watson is the all-new Venom, and they had to explain what exactly happened, something that went wrong with Mary Jane's jackpot wrist that Paul made for her. Yeah, that's a whole thing. And apparently now Venom and Mary Jane are linked, that if they don't stay together, they'll die, and that's gonna be a whole mess. And Paul is naturally shocked and kind of surprised at the hidden secrets that Mary Jane did. And then he decided to just go ahead and say, wait, is that why we haven't been intimate lately? Oh, for God's sake, did I need to hear that? And it's like, oh God. Nick Lowe, did you write this? Like, I know Paul, Dylan, and Mary Jane have been very focal, very the focal point of this run. Especially Dylan, says he's trying to get the symbiote suit back, and once he learns eventually that Mary Jane's the all-new Venom, it's going to be a whole mess. And it's just, oh God, I was just, oh, for f***ing sake, like, how did we get here? Like, especially considering how Venom debuted, so to speak, as Spider-Man's nemesis for a time when he was a villain, where his first introduction was terrorizing MJ when, you know, they were still married before the One More Day, and now they do this, and it's like, oh God. And I don't even know if, and looking at it, it's like, how do they even explain how Venom introduced himself to the Marvel world? Because he can't have done it when MJ was married, because that was retcon, but that's a whole different topic whatsoever to go into. And if I talk about the ruination of Spider-Man, I'll be here for 3 goddamn hours. But it's just, the plot is just so insane. Like, here's the thing, I love Al Ewing's work. I have enjoyed his work with the X-Men stuff he did, X-Men Red, he did with Sword. I enjoy his writing, I enjoy the work he gets, but he is working with something that foundationally for me is just not for me. Like, I could read Immortal Thor, I could read Immortal Hulk, I can read X-Men Red, I can read Sword, I can read all this other stuff, and I could read his Venom run before the Venom War happened. And then when they decided, oh, well, we need to link Spider-Man back into this and whatnot, and then the Spider-Man cast of characters and Paul being involved is just annoying for me. But yeah, Venom being the all-new, being now the host, the bonded host with MJ, because if they don't do anything, they'll die. But if they're still together, and Marvel definitely knew people weren't going to like this. I think Marvel knew, and they just don't care, because Marvel published a variant cover that is based off of the iconic Spider-Man annual cover that had them get married between MJ and Peter Parker. So they're doing this just to rub salt in the proverbial wound, and I think they knew that was intentional, and it pisses me off. Oh man, I am stunned that Marvel has this scathing contempt. Like you don't want to make Peter Parker happy unless it's the Ultimate Universe, so Hickmania. I stopped reading Spider-Man years ago. I tried to give it a chance during a different run that wasn't Zeb Wells, when Dan Slott was writing it temporarily for a time, and then I dropped that because, well, Peter Parker's life basically was revealed to have been completely ruined being Spider-Man, and had he never gotten bit, he would have had a much better life, which is like possibly the worst thing you could cook up for a character that has been around for decades, especially saying your life would have been better off never being Spider-Man. Oh god. The only way they could probably make this dumber is if they go ahead and reveal that Peter Parker directed the spider to bite younger Peter Parker to set this whole thing up, which if they actually did do that, I will be furious. Like, that's how far removed I am from the spider stuff, because like the fact that the fact that we have to read an alternate universe take of Spider-Man that's happy, married, and has kids, and is more responsible than everything else. And they're doing, and then you look at the other one, it's like a total whiplash. And then you get MJ, like, okay, fine. Like, you want her to be Jackpot, fine. You want her to be a superhero, fine. I'm all for that. That's perfectly fine. Can we not do this? Can we not have Paul in the picture? And the fact that it's looking like they're gonna break up, hopefully, because God knows that's been a frustrating run to deal with. The fact that he stuck around for so long, even after the Zed Wells run ended, kind of amazes me to no end, because I was like, man, they're still together after all this time. I thought they were breaking up, or Peter and MJ were gonna have an adulterous relationship behind Paul's back, which I cannot begin to tell you how messed up that idea was when they teased it for a bit. And then there was that whole stuff where Peter Parker became the Goblin and all that. It's just a never-ending cascade of misery right there. And I don't know what's going to happen for this storyline with All-New Venom. I'm not interested. I don't care. I mean, like... Oh, God. And I don't even know what the end game for all this is. I understand that part. Like, you can't tell what the end game is. You're kind of left in this position where you don't know where the story's going to go. Fine. But it's just the way it's built up and the way it's been handled. It's just not for me. And it just reminds me why I dumped so much of the Spider-Man stuff that doesn't involve Earth 6160. Like, oh God. And look, I get that this has been, like, there are some people who like the Spider-Man run now, and with Joe Kelly running things, and Pepe Larraz is drawing, which is awesome. I don't care, because so long as the editorial mandates and the constraints continue, I'm not going to be interested in Spider-Man. I'm not going to be interested in Venom so long as they keep leaking so much of Spider-Man stuff in it. Like, besides Flash Thompson being Agent Anti-Venom, which was a whole thing I remember. Like, I recall that Agent Venom was a thing, and then I was like, wait, he has the Anti-Venom suit? Like, that's how far removed I am. And now to this, it's like the issue ends with Flash Thompson saying that that he and MJ are gonna have to fight. So whoop-de-doo. So he's probably gonna find out that Venom and Anti-Venom are gonna get back to fighting each other. So that's gonna be a whole other animal. And I just don't know what's gonna happen, and I am not interested in caring anymore. Like, I think I'm kind of in this mental state where I'm practically thinking to myself, okay, this is gonna be the run that's gonna make Spider-Man have a better life, right? No? Okay, I'll just wait for the next run in about 5 years. And then I'll wait again and again and again, and it's a never-ending cascade of misery. And I don't know what the reason why they have to keep doing this. That doesn't involve that. My only theory is that it's because Sony has the Spider-Man rights, the film rights, more or less, and they could take it away at any time from Marvel, and thus that would wreck the whole MCU plans they had. And yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man movie stuff, there's been rumors going around that they're going to introduce Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker and MJ's daughter into the MCU, which, oh, that's pretty damn cool. Mayday Parker, we're finally getting that, a proper adaptation of her, of Spider-Girl, so that's going to be pretty damn sweet if they do that. We'll see about that, but like, it's been a wild ride. I'll just say it's been a wild roller coaster when it comes to the Spider-Man mythos and the Venom mythos. Just, Al Ewing, I know you're trying your damnedest to make this work. I don't know if this was 100% your plan. If it is, trying to make good with what came before and trying to make something good out of what many people consider bad. We'll see. we'll see how this whole endgame goes. I'll just be looking online to see how it goes. I'm not interested in buying any more comics when it comes to Spider-Man stuff and Venom for the foreseeable future. But yeah, this was just a brief NRC conversation I wanted to get over and done with. This was your host, Eric Brown of New Reality Collective and NRE Universe. Feel free to check out my contest into the last outro, and I'll see y'all again next time. Peace and take care, and have a good day, everybody.
And that was our latest edition of Neo Reality Collective. Be sure to follow and support NRE creator Eric Brown on Twitter and YouTube. Check the links in the description below, and we'll see you all next time.